Okay, guys, a very warm welcome to Tuesday the 21st. And today we are joined by Lisa from Tosolini, who is going to talk us through the Tosolini brand and the Tosolini range. Now, last night I sent this PDF to all hotels, so hopefully you have this two-page PDF in front of you, which Lisa is going to be using as the backbone of today's presentation. I will be sending this, I can send this out again with the recording of the call later today. But as always, these sessions are going to be recorded and shared on our MHCV Wine Academy YouTube channel. Also, don't forget, any questions, please pop them in the chat and Lisa will answer these questions at the end of today's call. If you haven't already, pop yourself on mute and I will hand over to Lisa.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Happy to be here. And welcome to the distillery of Beppe Tosolini. We are one of the oldest distilleries in Italy, family-owned distillery. This year we celebrate our 18th anniversary. So it's a real strong milestone for our family, as everything started during the Second World War with my grandfather founding the distillery following his dream. So I always say that this place is actually a dream come true. So this is very important because you can realize that there has been 80 years of passion and tradition that we carry on, and through generations. We are now the third generation. So after my grandfather, my father ran the company, and now we are me and my two brothers, and we are looking to the fourth generation. We are, as I said, a family distillery, and with a great passion for quality and a great passion for niche products. Always been. Since the beginning, our aim was to reach not the quantities, but the quality that can really make people enjoy drinking instead of just, drinking for getting drunk or over drunk. So our aim was always that less is better. And today, I believe that this is also an interest from bartenders and restaurateurs and all the people in the drink industry in the world to look at premium and quality liquors and spirits to create cocktails that are more elegant and more refined, and that can really meet the expectations of a more demanding customer. And I believe that this is going to be always more and more. So we will never stop to do what we are doing now. And I think with that, this philosophy will follow our family in the years coming. And hopefully we will celebrate maybe 1 century in a couple of years more, like 20. And this, the most important thing that I would like to stress out are that the quality, of course, of the product is not only a word, because everybody can say quality, 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 quality. But when you come to the distillery and you see how we handle the ingredients, the raw materials, the grapes, the spices, the fruit, everything that we use for our production, then you realize that quality is not just a word, but is a process, is a lifestyle, is something that you have to follow in all the steps. And this was really from the beginning. So what we do here is using the tradition of distillation, which was part of the family since the beginning, to and the main product of the distillery Beppe Tosolini is still the grappa, which is grappa is the Italian distillate, and so this is our our first product. What we do here is distilling grapes, and coming from this experience and this tradition, we are using the same philosophy to create our liquors that probably you have seen in some of the bars and the restaurants around your country or in Italy as well. And this is the reason why I believe that it's important behind a product. You need to have really something strong, like tradition, like expertise, and mainly today, where you have a lot of products that are like blowing from nothing, like they're growing everywhere, people that are launching products, but everybody can make a product with somebody else doing for them. So what is important is that behind all these liquors and distillates and spirits, you have somebody who is really a producer. You have a face behind the product. You have a story. You have a strong tradition, and this is very important for me. So if you want to stop me and make any question, please feel free to do that. So I put here, you can see in the presentation some of the most important things that I want to share with the people who is drinking my liquors and my distillates, my grappa, which are, of course, the family behind the bottle, the fact that we are actually a micro distillery. We're not a big distillery. We are still, a small distillery, as we do quality and not quantity. It's very important that we use local ingredients. So we use local grapes, that our alcohol is coming from the production of the grapes. So it's all made in Italy. That we do our distillation following the same rules and the same process for 80 years. And that, of course, the main reason of the quality is the ingredients that we use. So when we talk about the amaretto, we're talking about a distillate made of real almonds. When we talk about the Express, we're talking about a coffee liqueur made with grounded coffee beans and infusions and macerations and distillations of natural ingredients, all made by hand, all in small batches. So every single step, every single moment, every moment is controlled and is under the eyes of somebody who is caring about what he's doing, and not just mixing ingredients and adding aromas or adding colorings, which we don't use. So nothing will be fake in this distillery. Everything will be real and coming from real ingredients and real raw materials. What is very important is that behind the liquors, we have this tradition as being distillers. And this is very important, as I said, because sometimes behind the product, there is also only a marketing machine. There's nothing real. There's nothing. There's no passion. There's nobody you can watch and you can see in the eyes and say, I love your product, thank you, and enjoy it and be happy for what you're doing. It's just something that you have sharing figures and numbers, and which we don't, we will never live in a situation like that. And so this is I would like to, all the points that I said, I would really like to underline, because they are for me very, very important. Any question? Everything is clear? My English is clear, more or less?
Yep, it's all clear.
Yes, very good.
Okay. I'm sure you did you enjoy already some of my liqueurs, like the Amaretto, Salizar, or the Expres, or someone from the range we are talking today?
I think we tried most of them on the when we had the bar managers meeting, the cocktail activation. So we were trying most of them, and they were really, really nice.
Ah, Bethany, the Salizar is delicious. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we will go through a small tasting session now. So I don't know if you have the product with you, or if you can taste live, or I just need only to explain the products without a real tasting. Just let me know.
So some of the guys will have some of the products that we stock in front of them, that some won't. So it's probably best to kind of keep it fast paced, assuming that some do, some don't. So I can see St Andrews there. I've got one of the must stock products from you guys in front of you. But yeah, so across the brand, we have the Salizar, the Apres, Sambuca, Limoncello. But yeah, some guys will have products in front of them and some will not. So.
Okay, so we start with the Grappa Cividina. Okay, this is Grappa is the distillate, the typical Italian distillate. It's the Italian distillate, as Grappa can only be named a spirit coming from the grapes, from the distillation of the skins that are necessarily from Italy, and the distillation has to be done in the Italian territory. Only in that way you can call it Grappa. A Grappa is so special for me because it's a product. We have a blend of different Friulian grapes. So Friuli is the region of Italy where we are based, which is near in the northeast, which is near Venice. We have a lot of good white wines in this area, also the red wines, but we are very famous for the white wines. And it's necessary for a distillery to be very close to the wineries, because what we need from the wineries are the skins, because Grappa is made only by distilling the fermented skins. So when the skins will turn after the winemakers did the harvesting and then the pressing and the must, we keep the skins. The skins are moist, and the sugar in the skins is transformed into alcohol before you put it into the still. So you go through a distillation. It's an artisanal distillation where you obtain different distillate from different temperatures, and only the heart, so only the good alcohols that are rising through the columns are kept to become Grappa. And so it's actually a long way, because you start from the vineyards, and then you have to get good skins, fresh skins directly from the harvest. That's the only period of the year where we distill. So it's September, October, and November, due to the fact that we need to have only fresh skins, fresh grapes. And this freshness, you will smell it in the final product. The smell, the freshness of the grapes is very important, because distillation is actually concentrations of aromas. So from From the skins, you have to create a bottle with the liquid inside that is a concentration of the aromas of the grapes. And this is extremely important that the skins are fresh and aromatic and they don't have any bad fermentation or third fermentation or mold or so. It's really, really important to care about the fresh ingredients, fresh grapes. After the distillation, it goes through a refinement process that can be done, in this case, for Cividina, it's in stainless steel tanks, or for other products from our range, you can have also the aging process, an aging process that goes through at least 1 year in barrique, and can be even more for aged grappa, for grappa of different years. So we have a very complex quantity of aging products, aging distillates. But this is the most the easiest, and for sure it's one of the I can say it's not an entry level, but it's an easy drinking. And it's also easy to create cocktails, for sure, like the grappa sour or some other cocktails that can be done for the for in bars, despite the fact that grappa should be drink neat or just like a digestive after the lunch or after dinner. And it's the classic final distillate that you get in an Italian restaurant. So this is part of our tradition. And actually, you are part of this because you are spreading the tradition, the Italian tradition, in the world. So it's a big thing because the way we can be recognized in the world is through the help and the work of you, that you are behind the bar and trying to give your customers knowledge of the product and let them travel with their mind to visit other countries through their distillates. And with grappa, they can taste a little bit of Italy. So if you all have the, well, we have said before, this is the classic. So it's the classic grappa, the classic taste, this herbal aftertaste, but at the nose, you also smell the grapes and the fresh mark, the fresh taste of the harvest. You know, it's like when you go inside the cellars of the winemakers and you smell this wine that is boiling, fermenting. It's the same taste. So this is made with Friulian wines, and it's quite soft and silky on the palate.
Thanks, Lisa.
I was going to say, Lisa, once you've done the grappa, it would be best to move on to kind of how the grappa implements on the liqueurs, such as the limoncello, the sambuca, the Expert and Salisa, because that's what Malmaison Hotel de Van stock.
Yes, we go now through these different liquors.
Yeah.
But that was very important because it's important to know the heritage of a distillery, where we come from. So where we are good on doing this, then we have to be extremely good on doing this. So we're talking now about the Salisa. The Salisa is a distillate made from the fermentation, for the maceration of the grounded almonds. So what happens here, it's very easy. This is made like in the old ways, like in the old days. So it's a simple, it's a simple maceration, cold maceration in alcohol of the grounded almonds. So the grounded almond stays in this steel batches, and for weeks they release all their their aromas. So the alcohol extracts all the aromas and all the good part of the almonds. After that, we distill it. We distill the almonds, so we separate the liquid now that has also the liquid soaked all the flavors of the almond, natural flavors of the almond, and then it's distilled. It's distilled, and so we obtain the distillation. That's why we always say that there's no allergens, because there's no contact with in the distillation. There's no contact with the grounded almonds. No, the grounded almonds are at the beginning, but then when you distill it, you don't have the allergens anymore. The color is given by the brown sugar, of course, that we had in the liquor, and from the use of our aged brandy. So the complexity of our salida is not made by a simple maceration and distillation of almonds, but the recipe is quite complex. So the brandy, aged brandy, 25 years old aged brandy, right amount, quantity of sugar, a distillation of almonds, and then we use also few ingredients that are also coming from a maceration and a distillation. So a little bit of cocoa beans distillate, a little bit of vanilla distillate. So we create a complex recipe that makes then the salida. And the important thing is that this is made of natural macerations and natural distillation. That means if you reduce it, like when you put it in cocktails, if you reduce it and you mix it with other ingredients, it never changes. So it will stay the same until the end. When you reduce something that is not original, so it's made of colorings and flavors and aromas, then when you dilute it, it changes. It changes completely. This will stay the same. This will stay the same at any dilution with any ingredients, will keep the same aromas. Very strong. It's something that is real, no? And it stays real in all the cocktails and all the ingredients. The same happens to the Exprès. The Exprès is made exactly in the same way. So it's a maceration of grounded coffee beans, Arabica 100%. And it's a complex recipe where we also put inside also cocoa beans distillate. We use vanilla distillate. We do that gives this quite chocolate aftertaste and very intriguing, because it's also, this is really, you can feel it concentrate. No, you can feel it comes from something real. It's not just aromas and flavorings, and this is very important, also very important. And if you taste the coffee, for example, then you will smell immediately. Well, you can see the consistency. It's incredible, and the smell is, for me, it's like, you know, getting inside a place where they make the coffee. It's another important thing with the coffee Exprès, our Exprès, is that we always make fresh product. We don't stock the product because the coffee goes under a process of oxidation. So if you stock the product for too long, that might be a little bit oxidated, because we don't have any preservatives, anything. So the only preservatives, the alcohol, and the flavor must stay the same. And that's why we produce it continuously, and we never keep a big stock of this product, because we want to make it fresh. Coffee has to be made fresh, like a real coffee, to have the real feeling, the real smell of the coffee. And then when you taste it, it's delicate, it's perfect. I love it. Last two, talk about the sambuca and the limoncello. We have 1 minute. Same system, same method. So distillation of anise seeds for the sambuca and distillation of lemon peels for the limoncello. That's it. No other ingredients, nothing else. So this is really a real limoncello and the real sambuca that are made by squeezing the lemons and keep only the skins. We only keep the skins, and the skins are infused in alcohol, and what you obtain is then distilled. So you have from one side the distillation, but the maceration is also inside, because you have the color. You get the color from the skins. This is the only, this for sambuca and limoncello is the only part that we put together the and also the coffee, we put together the distillation with the maceration. In the amaretto, because of the almonds, we only use the distillation, the distillate. Limoncello, 0 preservatives, 0 coloring, 0, it's lemon, pure lemon, 100%. Delicate, the only alcohol we use is 100% our alcohol made by grapes. So they are all 100% grape spirit. And I believe this makes a big difference, because the good alcohol is the base of a good product. And we have been distilling for 80 years now, which is part of our tradition and knowledge in distillation. Done? 30 minutes?
Thank you very much, Lisa. Any questions for Lisa that you want to pop on the chat? So just to clarify, so the limoncello is essentially the grappa-based product combined with the distillate of lemons.
Distillate of lemons coming from the maceration of original lemon peels. So once you will come to visit the distillery, you will see what is happening here. You will remain astonished, Johnny, right? You've been here. You see what we do.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's quite unbelievable. Like you say, what? Still doing like this? Crazy. It's okay. This is the only way we know how to make this product. And that's the reason why people like them. Limoncello. Limoncello is a classic digestive, also from, it's an Italian super classic digestive. No, what every restaurant offers you a limoncello at the end. So, but it can be used also in cakes, in cocktails, desserts. It's the taste of the Italian lemons. Wow.
So I think there might be an issue with my Wi-Fi. Can you guys hear me now? So just to wrap that up, thank you very much indeed, Lisa. Really appreciate your time today talking about Tosolini. And guys, tomorrow we have Bacardi. So you have all received sets from Bacardi for tomorrow's session. So if you can make sure that those sets are with you for those who are joining the call tomorrow, there's some little tasting sets and such forth that Bacardi have sent for tomorrow's session. And also there is a Kahoot quiz as part of tomorrow's session as well. So for those of you who are taking part, make sure you're ready for that as well. Lisa, there is one question on the chat, which was just around is the coffee liqueur always made using wine-based spirits?
It's always, well, it's grapes,
The
not
grappa.
wine. Yes, it's
Well-
it's not wine, because wine makes the brandy, you know, it makes like the cognac brandy. So we don't distill wine, we distill the skins. The grappa used for to put in this alcohol is distilled like a vodka. So we took at 90% degrees in order to make it more without aftertaste, without the smelling, traditional smell of grappa. No, it's more distilled to get it more fine and with less aromas from the grappa.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much. Any other questions before we wrap the call up there? All good. In which case, Lisa, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it from all at MHTV. And guys, this call will be popped on the YouTube channel later
I've
today.
been to the Malmaison Hotel to sleep at the one Malmaison Hotel. One of the first time I was in UK many years ago. And I called Marus and I said, I like this place. We should be here. And this is what happens after 15 years.
There you go. Hopefully it was a good stay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll end the call there. Thanks, guys. Well done.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Lisa.
everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Speak soon. Bye. Bye.